You are welcome. How are we all doing? I hope all is well with you. I want us to understand one thing. I don't hate anybody, to be honest. I just want you to don't see these videos that I'm talking about to Ginkere and Akparawa as if I hate them like a personal hatred on them. But what I hate most is lies, and I hate it when somebody is lying and the person is busy trying to push that lies to other people. Like you know you are not doing what you're supposed to do. You know that your hands are not clean, but you are the one to call other people out. Your voice is always loud, very, very loud. Your voice is always busy gossiping about other people. I hate it. Sona Para made this post that you are seeing here just to deceive people, just to make it look like Ogenkere and their fallback republic are doing something very, 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 very nice and something like people need to see and will say, wow. I just don't like it. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your comment is always important for us. Put your comment and share this video, very, very important. I want you to see this so that it will not be that guy report said. What you have here is Sonny Akparawa. He called himself Namorika Akparawa, but I'm not here about it. He's a brigade lobbyist, Elias and APM Ogechukwu Nkere, giving you all headlines now. During the discussions, Ebenezer Obadiah, a Douglas Dillon Senior Fellow of African Studies at the Council on the Foreign Relations CFR, urged the U.S. to pressure Nigeria to make the Sharia law unconstitutional. If you read this, what comes to mind is like Elias and Ogekre are the one that team up with this Mr. Ebenezer, to make sure they push US to mount pressure on Nigeria to make sure that they remove Sharia in their constitution. Because as we speak, all 12 states in the north, in northern Nigeria, are somehow practicing and governing their people with Sharia law. That's why Deborah was sentenced to stoned to death and nothing happened. Nobody has been arrested for that. The school that perpetrated that crime, the school that those ones that stoned her to death, that school that all of them were before they buy her, is still functioning. There's nothing has changed. I'm not here about Deborah, but I just want to understand what it means to stop Sharia law in Nigeria. You that live in maybe in River State, Imo, Abe, Enugu, in southern part, you may not understand it. The only part in Nigeria, in southern part now, that is living in Sharia, under Sharia law, technically, is Kwara State. But the agenda and the plan is to carry it out all over the country. And how to plant it in your own state is by making your people to join Islam. By joining that, you will be converted to accept Sharia at some point. That's what exactly the level they are now in the East is to recruit indigenous people to become Muslim. So at long run, they will now use them and put them as government, as governor and all that, as House of Reps and what senators. Before you know it, Sharia law will be open, the door will open. But it's not one day journey. They understand it very well. That's why they can fight for 45 years, 50 years to achieve one thing and got there. The only way to stop them is to man roadblock in everything that concerns everything you are doing with them. Make sure you always examine and checkmate them. Otherwise, they will end up penetrating you with, kind of massaging you without you knowing. Before you know it, you are gone, just like outside people have gone. Not that I am happy to talk about this, but I have to. Sona Akparawa is a very big liar, a very, very huge. Some people said, one guy said on my comment section that he's a pathological liar, and I cannot use a better word than that. I think He is a pathological liar. Not only him, including his master, who claimed that I am a messenger, and who sent the message we don't know. This write-up, as you can see, please, maybe I misinterpreted it, maybe my English is not good. Maybe your own is very, very good. You can see it. I want you to tell me what you understand. What is your take? What do you make up out of this write-up you are seeing here? He's trying to, my own understanding, he's trying to let you know that Elias and Ogekere are making headline news and doing what what no other person can do by putting this. Because of the cable news, the nation said, Bashar Ahmed, US lobbyists clash over demand to disband Hezbollah, scrap Sharia law in Nigeria. And they put this picture. Okay, so this is what Sana Akparawa and the Ogekere lost so much. When they have been, when they have been made headline news in any platform, they don't joke with it. They love it so dearly. Now, this is December 4th, yesterday. And as you can see, Sana Akparawa is the one that shared it. So I was like, what is the details of this news from cable news? Like, what do they know that people don't know? Like, I want to know. I'm curious to understand why. Then I visited their platform, as you can see here. And this is what they said here. But there's something that I want you to understand very, very quickly. Before the so-called cable published this, okay, remember, this is just from here. You can see this thing is just a few hours ago, okay, like 17 hours ago, right? There's a publication they made before this one. There is a publication they made before this one, and that is what I want to share. I'm going to share that with you first before we cannot go to other things like in detail, before we cannot visit them in details to understand what has happened and every other thing that followed. Now, let me quickly go back to my page so that I'll be able to present it to you the way it's supposed to be, because I want you to know that this report of the cable, that Sana Akparawa merged it as if the people that the cable is talking about are the one that are piloting the affairs of what is going on now in the US, whereas they are not at all. They are not, and it is shocking that he can make up this kind of thing just to deceive his own followers. Thank God, not everybody. Yes, not everybody. So let us go back to that write-up. I want to present it to you without hesitating, because this is the post about that information, about the issue of Sharia, how they would discuss it in US and everything. That has nothing to do with Ogekere and Elias. But the headline of Sana Akparawa makes it look like they are the one that carried out this kind of actions, and they made sure that this, is the way it is now, whereas there has nothing to do with what is going on. But this is what he's known for. So nobody is known for this kind of lies. That's exactly what he's good at. Let's go through the write-up first. Okay, so here, if you can pay close attention here, you will see the write-up. The cable said, pressure Nigerian to disband Hezbollah, ban Sharia law. Obadiah tells U.S. Congress during hearing. I'm coming back to the issue of U.S. Congress during hearing. Hearing means the same thing that Ogekere wants you to understand, that want to do hearing, Congress hearing. You will see how Congress hearing is being organized in this video. Please like it and share it. Pay close attention, because our own is to expose this kind of criminal mindset and criminal tendency of minister of lies and minister of lies and misinformation, Sana Akparawa. Ebenezer Obadiah, a Douglas Dillon and Senior Fellow for African Studies at the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, says the United States should pressure Nigeria to make the Sharia law unconstitutional. Obadiah spoke as an expert witness at a roundtable convened by U.S. lawmakers on Tuesday in Washington to discuss Nigeria's escalating insecurity and an alleged targeted persecution of Christians. I don't know why they put alleged. Anyway, at the discussion, U.S. lawmakers had accused the Nigerian government of trying to run out the clock on the matter. They described the killings as a targeted campaign of religious cleansing, vowing to act quickly and save more lives. Obadiah pointed to unchecked jihadist terror group, particularly Boko Haram, as the root cause of the violence. Boko Haram's barbarous and implicable campaign to overthrow the Nigerian state and establish an Islamic caliphate in East still is the source of Nigerian present discontent. He said that is what the man called about this man, this black guy here. You can see Congress people sitting down. That's what is called Congress hearing. Congress hearing, which Okekere claimed that he is going to do, where there's not even cockroach from the Congress was there. And they quickly changed it to Congress briefing, which requires Okekere putting like projector, giving you a kind of lecture in details that even people who works in Congress or who works in in Washington can have access, and the flyers, they will give away flyers and everything, that even a layman will understand what the Congress briefing is all about. He failed in these two categories. But I just want you to know that we are not here to talk about it anymore. We have done justice to that severally. But it did not end there. I have shown you what this man called Ebenezer said. Now, going back to the headline of Akparawa, as you can have it here, okay, as you have it here, he said this, right, which I have shown you before now. Bringing lobbyist Elias and Ogengere, giving you all headlines now. This this is two different news. He merged it together. This one has to do with this Ebenezer Obadiah. Nothing has to do with Ogengere. They are the one. This man is the one that made the statement telling U.S. Congress during the Congress hearing that you need to mount pressure on Nigerians to stop to remove anything Sharia law in the constitution. The problem of the violence going on in Nigeria started from Boko Haram. That all these things that we are seeing now is about jihadists and conquest to Islamize everybody. That is the man's statement. But this guy just joined it together with Ogengere and Elias. How did he arrive at this point? He arrived at it from here on just mere Twitter argument between Elias and Bashir, which is what you have, what I'm presenting to you now. Just pay close attention. I want you to see this. This is the man called Bashir Ahmed, OON, with this well-licensed terrorist sympathizer. This guy is a terrorist sponsor, a terrorist sympathizer, allegedly, based on his post. Okay, he said, one thing I can tell you for sure is that you are going to fail in this mission miserably. Many people before you have taken the same path and failed woefully, and your case will not be an exception. I only hope that when this assignment inevitably collapses, you will refund IPOB their money in full. Being a lobbyist is one thing, but lobbying for the breakup of Nigeria is the most difficult and impossible task anyone can take on. It is a failure from the very beginning. It is so understandable to see. It is so understandable to see those who contracted you to be cheering you on but both you and both you and their known, both you and their known that I don't understand what it means. Both you and their known, okay, both you and them know that the ultimate outcome is failure. But the way he put there, that's why I was like, okay. Here he said, this is Elias. Elias made this comment, and that is why Bashir responded. Said Nigeria is not a true country, but an artificial neo-colonial structure of British. To empower northern Nigerian Islamists, who the British vow as easier to control. Okay, the British viewed as easier to control, to dominate over everyone else. But I guess you like that, considering you. I guess you like that, considering you worked for the former despot of Nigeria, Buhari. Or shall I call him Jubri of Sudan? Your so-called democracy is not real. It's not real democracy, but a bad joke. Bashir said it is an insult to more than 232 million people, to our constitution and to our democratic institution. But anyway, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You are to look down on our country. That is Bashir. So this kind of back and forward is what these people called what are they? These people called the cable. They saw this exchange of word on X. They get what they based on about line minister and misinformation. Able to put the headline news and now. The cable now saw this conversation going on between Bashir and Elias on X. Open conversation. Talk to me, I hit you. They carried it and said Bashir US lobbyists clash over demand to disband Hezbollah, scrap Sharia law in Nigeria. So what you are seeing there now, did you hear them talking about Sharia law, anything? No. But these people have to twist it and give Ogegre headline news and Sona Akparawa, and that is what misinformation here is running with. Now connecting it with Ebenezer's effort in US during the congressional hearing. Congressmen, they sat down and this guy was there giving them his own findings as an expert. And for Ogegre to take glory, I believe they must have contacted the cable to publish this kind of thing, just to, because this is what they always want to be in headline like this. My people, during this conversation or exchange of words between Elias here and this man called Bashiri, did you see anywhere Ogegere appeared there like Ogegere says something? Look at it here again. Everything they're talking about here is about Nigeria is a fake country. Nigeria is an artificial country, which it is. This is a British company. This is British idea. They handed over power to northerners to control other people. This is a way of controlling the people. That is Elias' point, and Elias is spot on that. And he did not go down with this man, and he decided to respond by even dragging IPOB and everything, by saying that by the end that you are going to fail. That being a lobbyist is one thing. Another thing is to lobby for breakup Nigerian is a different thing, because to him it is not possible to break up Nigeria without war. That's what they're trying to tell you. And this is not the first time they're saying it. They actually meant it, and that is why they always accuse you that you want to what you want to. But in their mind, they understand that for them to give you up is war, because they love to buy people for nothing before they can give up. They know eventually they're gonna break up. Whether you like, it's either you push for it, even if you don't, even if Nigeria is not agitating for anything. The reason why people are actually agitating now is for you to come faster. But whether you like it or not, it's gonna break up. It's a matter of time. I don't know why it's so. This is not a prayer, but judging by the way you guys are running the country, you will see it smashing into pieces. Naturally, without even raising any stone, it will break up. It's a matter of time. That people are talking about breaking it up now is just because people want it to happen as soon as possible. Not that people don't know what it means. They understand it, and that is just the fact. So I don't want to waste much of your time. This is a way of exposing the lies of Akparawa. I hope what I said, you understand it properly, because somehow, if you don't pay close attention, you may not understand it. I will do a summary of it before I end now, and let's go to the summary, because you need to understand why I want you to understand it. So when we talk about Akparawa as a liar, don't look at us as a bad ex. You guys are insulting each other. Oh, you are fighting each other. It's not about fighting each other. It's about being realistic. So Akparawa made a post where he claimed, look at it here, that Elias and Oginkere are making headline news, and they're making headline news during the discussion. This is how he chip it in. Look at it again. Bringing lobbyists, Elias and Oginkere, giving you all headlines now. During the discussion, Ebenezer Obadiah, a Douglas Dillon Senior Fellow for African Studies at the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, urges the U.S. to pressure Nigeria to make the Sharia law unconstitutional. And the cable says something like that here. But what the cable said is not about what Sonabara said. The headline from cable says, Bashir Ahmed, U.S. lobby, clash over demand to disband Hezbollah, scrap Sharia law in Nigeria. Another lie from cable. Oh, Sonabara saw this lie and said, wow, this is a good lie. I can also modernize it so it can make more sense. Now, where did the genesis of Elias clashing with Bashir happen? It happened on X, not in US, not during the convention, not during the Congress hearing, but the so-called cable mentioned that Elias and Bashir was discussing and their clash because of Hezbollah and Sharia law, which is not true. But the lie looks more manageable to compare Sonabarawa on. Sonabarawa now saw it and said, okay, let me chip in something. And what did he do? He now copied the event that took place during the Congress hearing in US that was organized by US Congress, and the person that was there telling them his finding is the man called Ebenezer Obadiah. Ebenezer was there giving this information free of charge to congressmen, and this is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing that Sonabarawa want Elias and the Ogekre to be doing. And since they couldn't do it, Sonabarawa said, okay, let me now, even the other person is doing it, let me now drag Ogekre to that, because this is what we want them to be doing, right? Something like that, what Biafrans want. He now make this kind of headline news, dragging them to the effort of the man called Ebenezer. Do you understand it? Because in that Congress hearing, Ogekre and Elias are not even allowed to talk. They did not say anything. They are just there to hear, because normally the dog will be able to know what is going on. Maybe because they may claim to be a Nigerian at that point in time. As a Nigerian, they may want to say something, or maybe it's okay, I have something to chip in based on what happened. Which I believe if they do, they will record it because they want to use it to run propaganda. Imagine how they're now attaching themselves to other people's efforts just to become relevant. Imagine if they have added any contribution, what they would have done. Of course, they will copy it and tell you that this is the Ogekre speech to congressmen. You know, that kind of thing. It will be, they don't even mind to pay CNN to publish it, no matter how much, because that's what they want. They believe that seeing them on the headline news will make you go gaga, go crazy and say, wow, Elias and Ogekre are actually doing something nice. You know, that kind of thing. That is why I said they are a bunch of liars and deceivers. They are a bunch of liars and deceivers. So the man called Ebenezer is totally different from what Elias and Ogengere, what they're doing. And I'm trying my best to locate that Ebenezer's post again so that you yourself can see it. In fact, permit me to take this one down and bring the Ebenezer's, a message to you so that you will understand it better. Just a moment. All right, this is Ebenezer's, the short clip that we can play. This is when the hearing was going on, and this is what is called congressional hearing, when congressmen gathered and to hear you testifying, and you can see many white people, listeners, people are there hearing it to understand what is going on. This man is the Ebenezer in that event, their congressional hearing. He was there telling them how they need to abolish Sharia law and all that. And Sona Akparawa now copied it as if he participated in the hearing.
Boko Haram. Then ask the United States must work with the Nigerian military to neutralize Boko Haram. Then ask Abuja to abolish Sharia law in the 12 northern states that adopted it since 2000 and disbanding Hisbah Commission since it is being used to enforce religious codes on all citizens regardless of faith.
Now, that is from Ebenezer. The man, this is Ebenezer himself. This is the Ebenezer himself. Then what happened is that Sona Akparawa said, Briggy, lobbyist Elias, look at it here, that Elias and Ogengere giving you all headline. Now, during the discussion, Ebenezer Obadiah, a Douglas Dillon Senior Fellow for African Studies at the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR, urged the U.S. to pressure Nigeria to make the Sharia law unconstitutional. And the cable here, after seeing Ogengere and Bashiri having a conversation on X, you understand? Now sneaking to link it up with Ogengere by saying that the lobbies, American lobby, which is Elias, is having a set of words with Bashiri because of Hezbollah and because of Hezbollah and Sharia law. And this is how the conversation took place. This is Elias, and from what is it called? What is it called? The cable. Okay, they're trying to link it up, but these are two different things together. Then Sana Akparawa grab it to do finishing by lying like this and posting the picture, the link of. I don't know if they're the one that paid the cable to manage these lies and copy it out, but this is totally different thing that happened. Okay, they are not the same, and they can never ever be the same. They are not involved in anything at all. So, my people, we're going to end it here. I just want you to know that this guy and their group, they cannot stop lying. They can't stop lying. And it is good to remind you what they have done and what they're representing, so that you'll be very careful. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I can't wait to hear from you. Tell me what you think about all we discussed so far in the comments. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.